What's up? Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel where we try to help kids fall in love with reading. If you're new here, please consider subscribing so you can be notified anytime we make a video like this. This video today is about the books that my 5th graders are currently reading. We are inching closer to the end of the year and they are reading some pretty awesome books. So I'm going to take you around the room and show you all of the fantastic reads that are happening right now in my classroom. First group, Love That Dog. Poetry Month. Sharon Creates one of the greatest of all times. Maybe my all-time favorite novel and verse. Maybe, just maybe. So stinking good. Let's stick in the novel and verse category. Alone. If you've been watching these videos throughout the year, you know that I have a reader who is madly in love with the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He just finished it, and it's been fun to see him kind of get to explore other books. He spent a lot of time in, where is it? Mordor? Where's Lord of the Rings take place? Where the hobbits live? The Friar? That's not right. Friar? Is that Robin Hood? I don't know. The Shire? Anyways, Megan Freeman's Alone, one of my favorite novels and verse as well. The story of this girl who everyone disappears, right? And everyone's gone from her community one night, and she's forced to live alone in Colorado in a suburban neighborhood for a very long time. Like, think Hatchet times 100. Pretty intense, pretty awesome, so good. So many kids have read this read Alone this year. Sorry. Next up, Rebound, Kwame Alexander, the prequel to the crossover, phenomenal novel and verse. Crossover was just released on Disney Plus, maybe one of those streaming services, which is fun. I need to check that out. But if you haven't read Rebound, if you have crossover readers, be sure to check that one out. Wings of Fire, my man here is on book 5. Been reading them throughout the year, on and off. I love that he can just kind of ease in and out of the series. It's really cool to watch, and it's been a series that's been really captivating to him, and excited that he can continue reading it throughout the time after the school year. Princess Label Maker, Origami Yoda, let's go. I read The Strange Case of Origami Yoda at the very beginning of the year, and a lot of kids continued reading in the series. Just a couple of weeks ago, this guy picked up Darth Paper Strikes Back, and then he's made his way all the way into, I think this is the 5th book in the series. So it's amazing. The read aloud. It's a gift that keeps on giving. And Castaway. I love Naomi's poetry, one of the great poets of our time. And I haven't had a kid read this book in years, or a couple years at least. Yeah. So exciting to see a kid reading this awesome collection of poems. This is probably one of what's going to end up being one of the best graphic novels of 2023, Parachute Kids. Actually, 2023 has a lot of really great graphic novels. This is definitely one of them, Parachute Kids. It's an amazing story kind of based on Betty's experience coming to the United States. I had no idea that like these kids would come to the United States and their parents would have to like go back to where they were from, and they'd kind of be left to kind of figure things out on their own. It's wild. The kids just can't even, the kids living in this teeny tiny one blinking light town in Michigan have a really hard time comprehending this. Not like understanding it, but just like, it just blows their mind. So really, really fun one. Dream Jumper, I have never actually read this graphic novel, and I should, because so many of my kids have read this graphic novel over the years. So maybe you've read it. Let me know if it's any good. Land of Stories, this reader here, I'm just so proud of her. She has found a love of reading unlike at any other point in her life, and it really started with the first Land of Stories book, and she's so close to finishing book 2. The newest Cat Kid. No, this is not. This is the, I think this is the second Cat Kid Comic Club or the third. I don't know. The Cat Kid Comic Club is awesome. Dogman is awesome. Captain Underpants is awesome. They're all awesome. This is a really fun one. I love this little comic club that the kids have in this book. Kind of starting to feel like we have our own little comic club here in 5th grade. A lot of kids, when they finish like what they have to do for writing each day, they're really just diving into the comics and collaborating, and it's really fun to see. Next up, 26 Story Treehouse. A few kids have really gotten into this the last couple of weeks. That's been really fun. It's often been a very popular series in my classroom, but they just released the 13 Story Treehouse, the first book in the series, in full color. So that's kind of brought some new readers into the series, which is always fun to see. Hopefully they'll continue to release more books in the series in full color. The Good Girl, Bad Blood. 5th grader reading this, which is wild because I just actually bought this book for my 9th grade daughter. So it's wild to see, like, different kids at different parts of their lives at different ages reading these books. This is not a book in my classroom library. This is a book that she bought herself. She has older sister and older cousin who are big readers, so I think she gets some recommendations from them. I love this debut novel, 102 Days, Lying About Lauren. I just finished reading this myself. Book talked it to the class. They seemed really into it, and one girl is kind of making her way through it. Lauren has... this is actually Mouse, and Mouse has been living at an amusement park, kind of like hiding in the shadows at night and then like working, like even though she doesn't work there, like she had a uniform and she just makes it look like she works there during the day. Really fascinating story. You kind of uncover how she got there, what happened with her and her mom, and how she's ended up like no one really knows she's missing or gone. She lives in an amusement park. It's wild. City of Dragons, a very popular graphic novel. This is the first book. I think it came out in 2022. Maybe 2021. Yeah, 2021. So hopefully we have City of Dragons book 2 coming soon because the readers want it. This is the latest edition in the Cat Kid Comic Club series. The one I think from before was book 2. Love this series. Can't get enough of it. Or maybe I can't keep track. I don't know what order they go in, but they're all awesome. It's hilarious. I love Melvin. I love them all. So many great books being read. What a great time to be a kid reader. There's so many awesome books out there for another kid expanding their time in the Origami Yoda series, reading the second one. I love this, kind of starting to get back into the series towards the end of the school year is very exciting because you can read the rest all summer. It's the perfect series to devour during the summer months. I have, one kid here and one kid the next one who are either trying to read all the Wimpy Kids, reread the ones they missed through the years, kind of end of elementary school, reading some comfort books, some books that are really nostalgic time of the year. Love seeing it. Inspector Flytrap. Kids who love the Origami Yoda series notice this Inspector Flytrap series in the Tom Engelberger basket in our classroom library. So I love that they're falling in love with the series and transitioning that love of an author series to try out the other books by the author. And from the desk of Zoe Washington, one of the best middle grade novels written the last few years. The sequel just came out or is about to come out, On Air with Zoe Washington. So I really wanted to get this reader to check this one out and give it a try with the hopes that maybe she'll read the second book in the series after she's done. And she says she loves it. She can't get enough Zoe Washington. All right, friends, last group. First up, Mr. Lemoncello's Library, Chris Grabenstein. Awesome book. This kid that's reading it, I really think could devour all of Chris's books. Honestly, I think if Chris was a kid, he would want to hang out with this kid. And I think it's just like a match made in heaven, which is always exciting to see an author and a reader come together in reading bliss. Amulet. This girl, look at how many amulets look like that. This girl has never read Amulet and she's read every graphic novel. So not sure how that happened. Exciting that she's finding this series before she leaves elementary school. I think she's going to be one happy reader in the coming days. Hugo. Not sure where the dust jacket is, but one of the fourth grade teachers in our building reads this, and a lot of times kids will want to kind of dive back in and reread it because they had such a mesmerizing experience reading it while they were fourth graders. And then a couple Wimpy Kids. Because why not? Why not read some Wimpy Kids? Continue to fall for that awesome series. Friends, so many awesome books being read. We're running out of time. Running out of books, running out of pages for them to read in our time together. I'm hoping all the hard work we've done, all the hard work they've done, all of the ways that they've fallen in love with reading, that they've got to know themselves more as readers. I hope that it just continues to grow this reading life as they leave the classroom, as they head on into the middle school and into high school and into adulthood. I hope that they continue this joy of reading and that it just sparks a life of joy for them. I hope you found something good to add to your to-read list or to purchase for your library. Thank you so much for tuning in and for subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. My name is Colby Sharp. Hope you have an awesome, fantastic